I'm Marg, Janick-Grayston, and I'm one of the teachers that has been teaching with wheat since the beginning of its time. I am an expressive arts educator and consultant. I'm a spiritual mentor as well as a retreat facilitator. And I'm super excited to be able to be teaching a brand new course through the Expressive Arts program in wheat in 2021, which is called Mindfulness Infused Art Making, creating space for the emergent. This will be the very first course that the new Expressive Arts Therapy certificate students will be engaged in. And so we will be spending some time really getting to know each other and spending some time considering how we can create what I'd like to call a courageous, supportive space for us to truly be ourselves in. We will, throughout the program, be setting an intention to be open to the emergent, whatever will arise for each of us, and to pay attention to what happens within our bodies and our minds as we're creating art. And we will also be mindful of practicing an attitude of self-compassion. And most of all, I hope that we just have a lot of fun exploring and experiencing what mindfulness-infused art making is all about. And in order to do that, we'll be drawing upon a whole number of different things, including breath awareness and dance or movement, writing, poetry, walking in nature, symbolism, and guided meditations that will help us to infuse our art with mindfulness. I think that perhaps one of the best ways for me to explain this is I'm always practicing what I share with people, and so recently this picture here is one that I painted that had a total process of mindfulness infused into it. I know before I took expressive arts therapy, when I went to paint, I would have an idea of what I wanted to paint, and I'd have this vision of what it was going to turn out to look like, and I'd be very attached to what the finished product would be. And one of the things that expressive arts therapy taught me was to pay more attention to the process and to what happens within us and how the art speaks to us and what emerges as we're making it. So this particular piece was just done by listening to a song called Pachamama, and I put it on and I danced and I threw colors on it, and then I put about 40 symbols that the song held for me onto the canvas, and then splashed more paint on it, and every time kept turning the canvas another angle until it was upside down, and turned around and kept putting more paint on it, not caring about what it looked like or what was going to happen in the end. And then I stood back and I again turned it every direction and started to highlight what I saw. And so this isn't finished yet, this is still in process, but I specifically remember some of the feelings that were moving through my body as I was putting some of the paint on and some of the symbols, and I continue to let this piece really speak to me about this time during the pandemic and what it is I am yearning for. And so that's an experience of mindfulness-infused art making and just opening ourselves up to what emerges as we create. So I'm super excited to meet all of you who register for this program, and it will be happening in not too long a time. The summer is not far away. So look forward to meeting you then.